Hey, welcome. Today we're diving into Stories I Told, a collection of short stories by Tolu Laqueen Saeed Daniel. And let me tell you, these are quick reads, but they pack a serious emotional punch. They're all about one of the most basic things about being human: connection. So, let me just ask you this right off the bat. How much do you really trust a stranger's smile? Do you see it as an open door? Or do you kind of wonder if it's a trap? That exact question is right at the heart of what we're talking about today. It's about the massive gamble we take every single time we decide to trust someone. So first up, we're going to look at how these stories walk this incredible tightrope, exploring that razor-thin line between a simple act of kindness and a really, really calculated deception. And the stakes? They could not be higher. A casual hello can lead to just incredible happiness, or it can lead to absolute ruin. It's basically a roll of the dice, and the consequences can be life-changing. Okay, so let's start with a story called Beautiful Sweet Talker. We're going to meet a man named Atanda, and his story is, wow, it is such a powerful cautionary tale about how one single moment of misplaced trust can literally cause a life to completely unravel. So how did it all go so wrong so fast? Well, it was brilliant, really, in how simple it was. First, you have this kind offer. A beautiful woman gives him a ride during a downpour. He's vulnerable, she offers help. Then, the charming chat. This is key. It completely disarms him. He's just thinking about how lucky he is, and he's not paying attention to what's really happening. The second he gets out of that car, he realizes the envelope, the one with all the company cash, it's gone. Just like that. And the worst part? No one believes him. His career, his reputation, destroyed in a heartbeat. And this quote, you can just feel the panic. This is Atanda's actual scream from the story. It's the sound of his entire world just collapsing. Professionally, financially, you name it. And all of it came from what looked like a simple act of kindness. Okay, now we're going to do a complete 180. We're going to pivot from that brutal betrayal to a story of just profound trust and deep devotion, all through the eyes of a hardworking doctor named Dr. Bayo. And this slide just lays it all out, side by side. For Atanda on the left, trusting a stranger leads to total ruin. His trust gets punished, badly. But for Dr. Bayo, on the right, trusting his partner leads to fulfillment and joy. His trust is rewarded. It's the same fundamental emotion, trust, but with these wildly different, life-altering outcomes. And Dr. Bayo's trust is rewarded because of actions like these. His partner, Faluk, shows her love in these incredibly thoughtful, specific ways. I mean, a Bluetooth headset so he can drive safely, a bright yellow stethoscope to make his young patient smile, even homemade juice ready for him. These aren't just gifts, They are proof. Proof that she really sees him, that she understands what he needs, and that she's actively investing in his happiness. That's a whole other level of connection.
And this is Dr. Bayo's own conclusion. His trust in Faluk isn't just a warm feeling. It's the bedrock of his entire future. This is the absolute ideal of what trust can build. But life isn't always so black and white, is it? It's not always pure betrayal or perfect devotion. So now we're going to explore those gray areas, that hazy space where our own perceptions, our insecurities, and even our subconscious can start to blur the lines of what's real.
Okay, so check this out. Just read this simple but kind of unsettling statement from the story The Man in Her Dreams. A young woman named Nini meets a new client, a handsome guy, and there's just something about him that is so familiar. And this is where the story takes a really surreal turn. And this is the story's chilling final line. So Nini has this super vivid dream about having a lunch date with this man, Ladeli. She wakes up at her desk only to meet him for the first time minutes later. And when she's trying to figure out why he seems so familiar, he says that. Is he messing with her? Is it something supernatural? The story just leaves you hanging right there, questioning everything. Sometimes the problem isn't the other person at all. Sometimes it's us. In Her Paranoia and Me, a woman named Desola has such deep-seated trust issues that she completely misinterprets a situation with her partner. Her paranoia just takes over, and she abandons him, leaves him stranded, all because he had a normal work conversation with a female client. This story really shows how we can end up betraying ourselves by sabotaging a relationship that is actually really valuable. So, You might be wondering, where do all these powerful and really different stories come from? Let's pull back the curtain for a minute and get to know the author and the specific world that breathes so much life into these tales. So, in the author's own words, these stories are a reflection of her very Nigerian world. And that's so important. It means these aren't just abstract fables. They are totally grounded in the culture, the social dynamics, the sights and sounds of a specific place. And that gives them this incredible layer of authenticity. And here's a little bit about the author herself, Tolu Laqueen Seyi Daniel. She is a truly multi-talented creator. I mean, a writer, a blogger, a singer, public speaker, and a wife and mom. Her work just draws from this deep well of experience and observation about love, life, and relationships, and you can really feel that depth in every one of her stories. So, as we wrap this up, I want to turn the question back to you. Which of these stories feels closest to home for you? Have you ever been in Itanda, totally betrayed by a kind face? Or have you been lucky enough to find a Feluke, someone whose trust is the greatest gift? Maybe you're haunted by a strange dream, or maybe you struggle with your own doubts, like Desola. Which one of these characters rings most true for you?